Oh, damn, this is getting serious now. This is getting serious. I want to find out what happens to this poor kid. Chapter 3, Factorized. Factorized? What does that mean? I think this game is more about the story. Let me save really quick. I think this game is more about the story than it is the puzzle solving. I mean, I'm still going to finish it, but like I got to find out what happens to this poor kid. Huge skull. Banner on a long pole. It's too old and torn to make out the details. But I really like the scenery. I like the story. It's a very interesting game. Were his eyes glowing before? I don't think so. Oh, his eyes are getting faster. It's the same room though. Let's just keep going. Yeah, his eyes are definitely flashing faster. Is this thing gonna eat me? Look at his eyes! Oh god, his mouth too. Alright, where did that put us? I don't really... Like, the dreams don't make a whole lot of sense to me. I don't really understand. Like, the first one we were in some sort of cave. The second one we were in a labyrinth. And now it looks like we're in some sort of other maze. It looks different though. It definitely looks... There's a bunch of fans. Large fans circulating the stuffy air. Okay, let me just kind of explore this place a little bit. Wait, what is this? Looks almost like the lights in the runway of airports. The center to it says some kind of altar. So this is where we started with the star. I don't see anything else though. There's like these weird machines right here. I don't even know what this is supposed to be. Oh, it says hello on the ground. God damn, finally. I didn't know what to do, but I just hit that light right there. That's got to have... There's a bunch of like locked doors. That had to have unlocked one of the doors, I think. So let me kind of look around and see if any of these gates right here. Here we go. What does that say? How are you? I mean, I've been better. We're making progress though. I think this is just a picture, yeah. So let me just keep walking around and figure out like which gates unlock which things. This place is kind of big. I mean, there's a lot of those gates, so I'm guessing we're gonna have to find a lot of those little light switches. Yeah, this one's still locked, so I think there's a bunch on the right-hand side of the map too. Let me go take a look over there really quick. Here we go. A creepy mask. I don't want that. Oh, what's going on? Here we go. There's like some music playing. Oh god, what is that? Oh god, it was so creepy. Did you guys see the smile at the end? Oh, it was the mask. Oh. I can't grab it. I don't even have an inventory to grab any items. Okay, let's keep going. I think there was another door up here, so let me take a look. I think right up here to the right-hand side. Nice, here we go. What is that? Blood? There's a red liquid pouring out. I think there's only 2 more locked gates. They're both on the left-hand side. So let me go take a look at those. What is this thing supposed to be? It's like hard to even... It just says some kind of machine. I can't even tell what it's supposed to be though. Alright, I think the other 2 doors are down. So here's the center of the map. Just go over to the left right here. This one? Oh no, we've already been in this one. Let me check up here, maybe? No, that one's still locked. So I think the last one is just like down here to the bottom left. Oh wait, over here. Here we go. What is that? What is that? It's like a pile of bloody skulls. Oh, it moves. Oh my gosh. Alright, well this one's still locked. So that was probably the one at the very top left. Because that's the only one I know. I think there's only 2 left now. Okay, what are these things? It's like lights on a runway? Okay, now there should only be 1 left. Right here. What is this thing? What did that do? Let's go back to the center of the map. In the star. What is that thing? Oh god, it's a bigger one of those bloody skull things. Am I getting eaten? Did that thing just eat me? It's funny how certain words can remain hidden from your mind, no matter how blatant or obvious they are. One word came to me that night, lying there in the darkness alone, frightened, aware of a rotten change in the atmosphere, a thickening of the air as if someone had displaced it. As I heard the first casual twist of the bed sheets below, the first anxious increase of my heartbeat at the realization that something was once again in the bottom bunk, that word, a word which has been sent into exile, filtered up through my consciousness. What's the word? Terror? Horror? Breaking free of all repercussion, grasping for screaming air, etching and carving itself into my mind. Oh, ghost. As this thought came to me, I noticed that my unwelcome visitor had ceased moving. The bedsheets lay calm and dormant, but they had been replaced by something far more hideous. A slow, rhythmic, rasping breath heaved and escaped from the thing below. I could imagine its chest rising and falling with each sordid, wheezing, and garbled breath. I shuddered and hoped beyond all hope that it would leave without occurrence. The house lay, as it had the previous night, in a thick blanket of darkness. Silence prevailed, but all for but the perverted breath of my as yet unseen bunkmate. I lay there terrified. I just wanted this thing to go, to leave me alone. What did it want? Then something unmistakably chilling transpired. It moved. Hey, that's the name of the game. It moved in a way different from before. When it threw itself around in the bottom bunk, it seemed unrestrained, without purpose, almost animalistic. For that thing lying there in the darkness, that thing which seemed intent on terrorizing a young boy, calmly and nonchalantly sat up. Its labored breathing had become louder. Now only a mattress and a few flimsy wooden slats separated my body from the unearthly breath below. I lay there, my eyes filled with tears, a fear which mere words cannot relate to you, or anyone else coursed through my veins. I would not have believed that this fear could have been heightened, but I was so wrong. I imagined what this thing would look like, sitting there listening from below my mattress, hoping to catch the slightest hint that I was awake. Imagination then turned to an unnerving reality. It began to touch the wooden slates which my mattress sat on. It seemed to caress them carefully, running what I imagined to be fingers and hands across the surface of the wood. Then, with great force, it prodded angrily between the 2 slats into the mattress. Even through the padding, it felt as though someone had viciously stuck their fingers into my side. I let out an almighty cry, and the wheezing, shaking, and moving thing in the bunk bed below replied in kind by violently vibrating the bunk as it had done the night before. Small flakes of paint pattered into my blanket from the walls as the frame of the bed scraped along it, backwards and forwards. Once again, I was bathed in light, and there stood my mother, loving, caring as she always was, with a comforting hug and calming words which eventually subdued my hysteria. Of course she asked what was wrong, but I could not say. I dared not say. I simply said one word over and over and over again. Nightmare. This pattern of events continued for weeks, if not months. Night after night, I would awaken to the sound of rustling sheets. Each time I would scream so as to not provide the abomination with the time to prod and feel for me. With each cry, the bed would shake violently, stopping with the arrival of my mother, who would spend the rest of the night in the bottom bunk, seemingly unaware of the sinister force torturing her son nightly. Along the way, I imagined to feign illness a few times to come up with other, less than truthful reasons for sleeping in my parents' bed. But more often than not, I would be alone for the first few hours of each night in that place. The room where the light from outside did not sit right, alone with that thing. With time, you can become desensitized to almost anything, no matter how horrific. I had come to realize that, for whatever reason, this thing could not harm me when my mother was present. Does that mean the monster is the mother? Probably not. I am sure the same would have been said for my father, but as loving as he was, waking him from sleep was almost impossible. Waking me, on the other hand, was no trouble at all, thanks to the nightmares. Chapter 4, Anger Overload. God damn, what is going on with this poor kid? I feel so sorry for this kid. Save yes. Can you imagine being in this situation as an 8-year-old kid? Having these horrific nightmares and something shaking your bed? I would never go back in this room. There's no way. Painted glass depicts some kind of religious man, I guess. Are we in like a hospital? Or not a hospital. A church? Why is there like a bones on the wall? Hook hangs from the wall, a piece of meat hangs to dry from it. I'm going to turn down the volume a little bit because the music is getting a little noisy. I just don't want it to drown out my voice. The painted glass depicts a scene from the Bible. Alright, so it looks like we're in a church of some kind. Is that a spider? Damn, look at that spider. We can't go that way, though. Oh, check this out. This is actually, like, pretty cool scenery. It's like a bunch of monsters in these glass jars. Another one. That is so cool. I mean, it's just like a cool... It's like a very surreal game. Like, there's a bunch of different, Oh, damn, check this out right here. A big pool, but I'd rather not use it. That is like the coolest artwork ever. It's very surreal. Look, there's even a guy fishing in the top left-hand corner. The skeleton guy. I like it. It's very, very cool. I like this way better than the factory we're stuck in. Alright, can I look at these things? Looks like a map. Okay, let's keep going. Oh god, what is that? I can't talk to it. Let's just go downstairs. Oh my god, no! That is fucked up. Look at these cats that are hanging. Oh god, I did not want to see that. Is that a cat right there? Jesus. That is like disturbing. It's one thing like to see people dying, but if it's a cat or a dog, it's like a million times times worse. I don't want to see that. Uh-oh, we're stuck. Is that not, like, disturbing? Seeing the cats hanging from the ceiling? I almost feel like I should edit that out of the video. Alright, what's going on? Oh god, it's closing on me. Oh no, 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 no! Who made this game? I'm genuinely concerned about whoever made this game. If you need to talk about anything, let me know. Oh god, I hate these things. What's that noise? Oh my god. It's them closing their mouth. Oh my, that is so creepy. Like, this is genuinely the creepiest thing I've ever seen. Look at their mouths when I walk past them. Oh, it's so creepy. God, I hate the dolls. They're just creepy. But these ones in particular. Like, look how skinny their arms are. Oh, it's so bad. I mean, it's good. I don't want to do it anymore. Get me out of this room. Oh, gosh. That's probably the creepiest thing I've ever seen in any video game. Well, their mouths are closed now. Oh, God, I hate them. Are you going to make me do this forever? I feel like one of these is about to pop out. This game said no jump scares. Should I go backwards? Oh, God. Can you guys hear that? I got to turn it up for just a second. What is that? What are those? No, I don't want them. Oh my god. My greatest fears were realized this winter. In the winter, the days grew short and the longer nights merely provided this wretch with more opportunities. It was a difficult time for my family. My grandmother, a wonderfully kind and gentle woman, had deteriorated greatly since the death of my grandfather. My mother was trying her best to keep her in the community as long as possible. However, dementia is a cruel and degenerative illness, robbing a person of their memories one day at a time. Soon she recognized none of us, and it became clear that she would need to be moved from her home to a nursing home. I hate nursing homes too, by the way. Before she could be moved, my grandmother had a particularly difficult few nights, and my mother decided that she would stay with her. As much as I loved my grandmother and felt nothing but anguish at her illness, to this day I feel guilty that my first thoughts were not of her, but of what my nightly visitor may do should it become aware of my mother's absence. Oh no, the mother's leaving! She's the one that's protecting us! Her presence being the one thing that was sure to protecting me from the full horror of this thing's reach. I rushed home from school that day and immediately wrenched the bed sheets and mattress from the lower bunk, removing all of the slats and placing an old desk, a chest of drawers, and some chairs which we kept in a cupboard where the bottom bunk used to be. I told my father I was making an office, which he found adorable. But I would be damned if I'd give that thing a place to sleep for one more night. As darkness approached, I lay there knowing my mother was not in the house. I did not know what to do. Go sleep in your father's room. What? Don't stay there again. My only impulse was to sneak into her jewelry box and take a small family crucifix, which I had seen there before. While my family were not very religious, at that age I still believed in God and hoped that somehow this would protect me. Although fearful and anxious, while gripping the crucifix under my pillow tightly in one hand, sleep eventually came and I drifted off to dream. I hoped that I would not awaken in the morning without incidents. Unfortunately, that night was the most terrifying of all. Oh no! No! What's going to happen to this poor kid? Well, I know we're not going to die because Chapter 5, Urban Explorer. We're like telling the story from the future, like looking back. Urban Explorer. Oh, check it out. We're like in a classroom. Save yes. It says woof. A poster for a play. Let's try playing the piano. Did you guys hear that? That's exactly how I would play the piano as an 8-year-old. Let's get out of here. That feeling that something's invading your privacy even without ill will is still disturbing. Yeah, fair enough. Let's check out this room right here. What is that? Is that a fish monster? I didn't get a good look at it. You are good. What is that supposed to mean? A bunch of school books. Even if you don't know why they are here, you hold the greatest amount of fear for them. What is that, a triceratops? And like little pie symbols? Are these supposed to... There's so many random things in this game. Like all the posters and these chalkboards and like the machinery. It's all like this random stuff. I don't know if there's like some sort of hidden meaning behind any of this. The sounds of screams are awful. They are even worse when they are your own. I suppose that's true. Newspaper article too aged to read. Pictures of various butterflies. What the hell was that? God damn. I don't even know if I'm supposed to be going in these rooms. I might as well. I don't think there's... Let me try to read this really quick. A writing desk with some school material on it? Let's get out of here. Let's go downstairs. Well, let me check this room really quick. There's a piece of paper here that reads knock knock. What is that supposed to mean? What was that? What happened to no jump scares? If you're gonna do a jump scare, at least commit to it and do a real one. That was terrible. Oh, there's the monster. Before we go there, let me... Well, we can't go that way. We can't go this way. I just want to check out all these rooms. Oh, the lock is broken. Okay, we can't go in there. Oh, that's where we just came from. Okay. What's in here? What are these things? Is it gonna kill me? It looks like some sort of bug riding another bug. I don't know. It's so random. Alright, plants grow through the cracks in the floor. Busted old machine of some sort. Alright, let's get going. Looks like we got some different paths to take. Let's go, let's just stay to the left-hand side for now. Left. Left. Are we Have I been here before? Okay. Let me try to figure out where the beginning is. Alright, let's go left. Left. Right. Well, looks like that worked. We're somewhere new now. There was a bunch of other paths, though. I bet all the paths just kind of looped around. I think I just got lucky on figuring that one out. I don't know if you guys can hear the screams in the background. I'm like trying to adjust my audio up and down because sometimes the background noise is really, really loud and there's like a bunch of ambient noise. And then other times it's really quiet. So I'm kind of adjusting it back and forth. I don't want it to get too loud where you can't hear my voice. But there's like screams going on in the background. Or like squeaking machinery. I hope you guys can hear it. Oh, what is this? What the hell is this? What is this thing? A bug? What are these? This game, man. What is this, like, square things in the background? Oh god, what's gonna happen? Are they gonna eat me? Are they gonna sacrifice me? God, this poor kid. Oh god, don't do anything I don't want to see. Okay, good, it cuts away. It sounded like they cut him open. You're awfully quiet nowadays. Is there something wrong, son? Nothing. Are you sure? Is there something wrong with your new room? Why would he even ask that? Does he know something about the room? Doesn't that seem like such a random thing to ask your son? What's wrong? Is there something wrong with your room? Are you lonely without your brother? No? Alright then. I feel like the dad is... something's going... like, he's not waking up in the middle of the night, right? Only the mom is. I woke gradually. The room was once again dark. As my eyes adjusted, I could gradually make out the window and the door and the walls, some toys on the shelf, and even to this day I shudder to think of it, for there was no noise, no rustling of sheets, no movement at all. The room felt lifeless, yet not empty. The nightly visitor, that unwelcome, wheezing, hate-filled thing which had terrorized me night after night, was not in the bottom bunk. It was in my bed.